Building a team from scratch can take time, but what if you could skip straight to the action? I've created a free PDF for Rogue Warriors with pre-built teams so you can start playing in minutes. Whether you're new to the game or you want to introduce some new players, then this is going to be perfect for you. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll walk you through what's in the PDF and let you know how you can get hold of it to get the most out of your games. I'll put a link in the description down below so you can go and grab the free PDF from our website, and then you've got some options to print it off. You can do it in full colour, and we've got one red and one blue team, or you can go with black and white. Some of the sections have got these black boxes, especially on the coloured ones, and that didn't come out too well on my basic settings, so I've redone the black and white printer friendly option, but if you've got a good printer, I think you'll be able to print off these coloured ones, and that's going to be nice and crisp. But for this video, I'll show you the black and white ones that I'm using. The new starter pack is designed to get you up and playing Rogue Warriors really quickly, and so in there you're going to find 2 pre-built teams. You've also got some new missions and tokens which we're going to have a look at in the video as well. Each team has got 4 warrior cards, and you can just use them straight off the single page, or if you wanted to, you can cut them out and put them in a little protective slip just so they keep a bit longer. If you've got a laminator, that's going to be perfect. You could get them laminated up and then they're going to pretty much last forever. So that's a great option if you can do it. I've got these A6 size protectors, so I'm going to use those. That's going to be perfect. It's a little bit smaller than A6, each warrior card, but it's going to fit in there fine. Okay, so let's have a look at what you'll find on these new layouts. So we've got the name, the type. We're going to be using warriors here, so there's going to be 4 per team. And then you've got all their basic characteristics at the top right. These include movement, hits on, melee dice pool, and hearts. Then I've included the weapons on the card, and so you've got your primary weapon. This is the one you'll choose to really define the character. Here we've got an assault rifle, and every warrior comes with a pistol as well. Then the specialization, for this guy we're going with a CQB, and that's going to work really nicely with the assault rifle. That's a great combo. Then you can see here we've got the specialization promotion perk, and that will tie into the missions, which we'll be going through later on, and gear. And if you want to add gear later on as you work through a campaign perhaps, you've got room there to add it in pen or pencil. At the bottom are the team expertise, and each member will have access to this team expertise, so you'll find that on every card, and also the team expertise promotion perk, which again we'll look at later in one of the missions. Once you've got your card, it's just choosing some warriors to go with it. I think this one's going to be perfect for this character. He's got the assault rifle. He fits in with the character having the extra movement there, which we've included on the card, and that extra movement comes from the team expertise perk. You can also look at different models. I really like the Infinity one you just saw, but I've got some great commandos here. So these cards are going to work for any genre or theatre of war that you decide to go with. You can even use these swap characters. And what I've done with these warrior cards is chosen the best combinations that I think work well as a 4-man team. It's going to be perfect if you're a new player and you want to get playing straight away. But even better if you're already playing, you're a veteran of Rogue Warriors and you want to introduce some new players to it, perhaps at a game night or something like that, or maybe even an event, you want to do some demo games, then these cards are going to work really nicely. And with the missions you'll see later on, together they're a great combo. So that's the new layout for the warrior cards, and if you like these and you've been playing with them, let me know in the comments down below, because I would be looking to do some more, maybe for the different expansions, so we can really theme them for World War II, futuristic stuff from Evolution, that kind of thing. And then you can see here I've picked out my 4 warriors for the mercenary team, all from the Infinity collection. So we've got our cards, we've got 2 teams, 4 warrior cards each. Now let's have a look at some of the other components and additions that you'll find in the pack. As it's a starter pack, I thought it'd be good to include some tokens. So if you're new to gaming, you might not have lots of different dice, which I use for the game, and I keep them all in a little tub like this. So instead of using dice to mark out things like wounds and activation and pinned, I've included these little tokens in here. And so if you're new and you want to get started, this pack's going to give you everything to just get up and play in really quickly. Just going to cut them out. You could laminate them if you wanted to. That would certainly work. Cut them out first, then laminate them, cut them out of the laminate, and you're good to go. But I think just to get started with, this is going to be great. When I first started playing tabletop skirmish games, we were using Lego minifigures, cans of baked beans, cereal boxes for terrain, basically whatever we could get our hands on to get started. So this could be helpful, but if you've got lots of tokens from other games and you've got dice, then you won't need these, but it's in there anyway, just in case. The blue tokens, those are going to be your pinned markers. The green ones will be for activation, so this will tell us when each model's been activated. And then we've got all the white hearts on the red tokens, and that's going to be for the wounds. And we like to count down, so each time you lose a wound, you'll change the numbered token. And then you've got these orange round ones, which are going to be great to use as objective markers. They're really going to stand out on the battlefield. And then finally, you've got a little scatter dial that you can use. This is a little template just to help you if you don't have a D10 or a scatter dice. You can use that when throwing unpredictable things like grenades. There you go, that's all you're going to need. You've got the activation, the pin marker, and the different wound markers, and you're just going to place those in contact with the base of the miniature so everyone knows exactly where they stand. We've got the dice here that we use. D6 are the only ones we really use in the game, and I like to use these nice green ones. I've also got some really cool army ones as well, but any D6 dice are going to do. But I like to theme them to go along with my different teams. I think that's really fun. And then what we use for the wounds, the activation, and the pin markers are these coloured dice, and then a scattered dice. If you don't have a scattered dice, you could use a D10 or a D8, and wherever it points, that's the direction the grenade would scatter in. For objectives, you could use simple white dice as objective markers. These are going to stand out from all the other ones that you're using in the game. But if you've got other skirmish games in your collection, then you're probably going to have tokens. You could use coins as well. Anything's going to do that's flat and round. You can see here I've got some from Age of Sigmar. I've got some from different games, and these are the Kill Team ones, which I really like. I use those a lot, and there we go. But dice are often really great because you can just use the numbers on the dice, and most missions aren't going to have more than 6 objectives. When Nicholas and I designed Rogue Warriors, we wanted it to be nice and simple, and so we wanted to have this system where we could just use dice or simple tokens to represent all the elements of the game, and I like to keep it all in a tub like this. Okay, so we've got our warrior cards, our 2 teams that we can use for all different genres and theatres of war. So you can see here we can use a nice selection of miniatures from our collection. We've got all our tokens ready to go. So now let's have a look at the 2 missions that are included. These are new missions, and one thing that we really love about Rogue Warriors is the narrative side of it. So for each mission that you'll get in a normal game or a campaign expansion book, you're going to find a nice little narrative that sets the scene for the mission and leads you into it. And we're going to use the narrative for 2 missions in this case. And the first one, really simple. This is perfect if you want to introduce new players to the game. Use those warrior cards and the 2 teams in conjunction with this mission, and you'll be up and running in no time. It's a simple mission. You've just got to eliminate at least 2 warriors from the opponent's team. First one to do that's going to win. We've got Foxtrot deployment there, nice and simple. And then for mission 2, we've got a little bit of a different deployment there, Delta, with some objectives. So now we're building in some objectives into it, and you've also got the option here to start using those promotion perks that you can find on the warrior cards. You can see here's the promotion perk for the specialization and expertise. You don't have to include this, but I think it's a nice option if you just want to show someone in 2 quick games what they can do and what they can expect from campaigns and when they level up their warriors. There we go then, that's everything from the starter set. We've got our 2 teams, we've got 2 missions to get on with, and we've got all the tokens we need to play. And you can find all of this in the PDF by following the link in the description and the comments. It's totally free to download. You will need the core rules, the core Rogue Warriors book, and that's going to give you everything you need to get playing. Nice and easy to learn, but difficult to master. And now with this new starter pack, you'll be playing in no time. I hope you enjoyed this video and that this starter pack is going to be helpful. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. There's loads more videos on the channel for Rogue Warriors and many more to come. But for now, thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games.